there's no specific or correct way to journal, right? There's no right way to do it. At the end of the day, journaling is journaling. Whether that's gratitude journaling, whether you're writing about your day, aka like a diary, which is awesome. Diaries are awesome. Whether that's writing about your experiences, hard times, or good times, right? These emotional events that can be hard, struggles. Maybe they're just awesome. Maybe you just want to write about that time where you had a lot of fun at Funplex. It's lit. I've had tons of fun at Funplex. At the end of the day, journaling is journaling. And it's going to have the benefits as long as you stay committed to a certain criteria. Here's how to get the most out of journaling. You want to write for a total of at least 15 minutes per week, right? This can be all at once. It can be broken up over the week. Maybe that's 2 minutes a day of gratitude journaling. Maybe that's 5 minutes here and there. You're just writing about your day, how it was, just a little reflection of how it was. Maybe you're sitting down for 15 minutes and you're writing about a hard time in your life. It doesn't really matter what it is. But 15 minutes a week is the 80-20 of journaling. If you don't know the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle, it goes like this. 80% of your results come from 20% of your actions, and vice versa. 20% of your results come from 80% of your actions. That's pretty crazy, right? And so when people ask for what's the 80-20 of this thing, right? So what's the 80-20 of journaling? It's what's the minimal thing I can do that's going to give me the most results. So for YouTube, it's recording videos. If you didn't record videos, how are you a YouTuber? That's the first thing. But it's like, yeah, you can do all this editing, you can script, you can do thumbnails and titles and all that bullshit, whatever. At the end of the day, though, recording videos is what matters. That's the 20% that's going to get you 80% of the results. Now, it also comes to leveling up your speaking, becoming a better storyteller, stuff like that. But those things come with time and repetition and putting focus on them. But at the end of the day, your 20% is recording videos. When it comes to studying for an exam, your 20% is reviewing your notes. Maybe it's doing practice problems, practice exams. I was never a studier, so I don't know. I can't talk about that for real. But for journaling, it's 15 minutes a week. That's it. 15 minutes a week. If you can commit yourself to 15 minutes of journaling a week, in whatever method you choose, I'm going to give you a few after this video, 4 to be specific. And there will be a couple more in the bonuses, but that's not the point. If you can commit yourself to 15 minutes a week, you will see results from journaling. Now, there's one thing you should take into account. Journaling can have this almost delayed effect. What do I mean by that? I mean that sometimes when you journal about something, you might not actually get the effect immediately. Let me tell you an example from me. I wrote this entry called Success is the Only Revenge on August 30th. I reviewed it again on November 8th. And this day, I wrote another entry. And that was the first entry that led to me getting over Jessica more. But Success is the Only Revenge was the start of that. I talked about how I thought I wanted to show Jessica who I was. I'm gonna be the man. I'm gonna make her regret what that she broke up with me, or we were never together. That she cut me off, whatever. But then I got to thinking, I'm like, I don't actually care about getting success on Jessica. I'm getting revenge on Jessica rather. What I do care about is getting revenge on my former self. Getting revenge for myself. Showing the world that I'm going to be who the fuck I said I'm going to be. Which is a top dog, big entrepreneur, super baller, who's going to have profound impact on the world. That's what I want to be. Not because I care about money, not because I care about status. All that shit is shallow and based in ego. All right. Now there's some like core primal desire that is valid, but we'll talk about that we'll talk about that later. I care about impacting people, helping people, changing lives. And the scale I'm trying to do that on right now, it's through my courses, it's through my YouTube videos, it's through this community. Eventually, I want to write books. Eventually, I want to build a business that invests in people in chasing their dreams. That's what Young Dream Chasers is about. Educate, inspire, invest. Teach people how to chase their dreams, inspire people to chase their dreams, invest in people's dreams. Because all our dreams are valid. All our unique gifts, all our core, all of our truths are valid. And we should be getting the fuck after them. That's what Young Dream Chasers is about. That's what I'm about. I eventually, in 30 years, whatever, 40 years, however long it takes, I don't care. But I want to rebuild the education system. I want to start in America, and that's a big task. So I'll have to pick a state. Probably Jersey or New York. Maybe Georgia, I don't know. But the system is fucked. It's garbage. It's absolute trash. It's been teaching us to conform, live a life that you don't want to live a life that people have put on you. Oh yeah, okay, go to college, get a degree you don't care about, then go sell your soul for 40 years, and then once you're 70, then you can live life. The fuck kind of shit is that? It's trash. It's trash. The system turns our stars into squares. It's fucking absurd. And I don't want to stand for it as long as I can. That's why I care so heavily about education, about pushing it, about helping you. So if you're here watching this still, you're still on this course, and you're going to commit to finishing it, I fucking applaud you. You have my respect. Because you are about a thing that most people aren't about, which is educating themselves. Pound that shit, dog. Back away from that tangent. Journaling can have a delayed effect, right? It might take 6 months. It might take a while for you to eventually truly understand why things happen the way they do, or to get that realization from a journaling session 2 months ago. And now you can apply it into your life. I found that there's 2 ways to combat this delayed effect. One, that's just journaling more, like more frequently, doing more volume, right? More reps. That's increasing your time, maybe to 30 minutes per week. Maybe you try to journal once a day, right? That can also happen, right? You can also decrease this delayed effect. You can increase your self-awareness and your ability to pull the problems out of your life, pull these key insights, these realizations that are going to help you grow. It also comes by reading your journal, right? Going back and reading what you've written. I got to tell you this right now. This is something I'm still working on myself. I do not go back and read my journal often, but I need to. Because when I do go back and read it, I'm like, oh shit. I was kind of spitting there. I should probably do what the fuck I was talking about, right? If you go back and you continuously read and read and read, it's just like with talking more. It's just like with writing more. You're reliving these experiences. You're doing the VOD review, right? This is like a VOD review on your VOD review, right? You're doubling down on the analyzation. And it's especially good when you've had some distance, a week, 2, or even a month plus. When you go back, you can connect the dots. You've learned new things since then. And now you can apply the things that you actually wrote about. Reading your journal is very powerful. You don't have to do it every day. You don't have to do it every week. But I challenge you to do it at least a couple times a month. Twice a month. Every other week, I'd say. Go back, pick a journaling entry that you wrote, and just read it. If you want, you can do the approach I did. So I don't write in pencil anymore, but I used to. So for success is the only revenge. The first time I went over it, I reread it. I used black, and then the second time I used color to indicate the days. So it's actually cool because this journal has like the dates at the top. I'll link all my journals. I'll put like links to them and how you can find them in my bonus, which is like my journal collection video. That'll be the second bonus video, so you can check that out there. But reading your journal is very powerful. One, because it decreases the delay, right? But two, because you also just get that insight back. We don't always act on the things we write about. Sometimes we're too scared in the moment. Sometimes we're just writing and we just want it to process rather than actually do something about it. But when you go back and you say, oh man, I got to do something about this because it's still affecting me to this day. I guarantee you I could go back into this book and I could find at least 10 things in here that I'm still doing to this day that I told myself I need to stop. I guarantee you I could do it. And so here's your action step now. Go make a post talking about, yo, Jaden, I'm on your ass. You're telling us to read our journals, so you better read yours. I want you to keep me accountable. Whenever you hop on calls with me, I want you to ask me, yo, Jaden, have you read your journal this week? Have you read it in the past 2 weeks? What have you learned from rereading your journal? I want you to keep me accountable because that's what I need to get better at myself. And because of that, I'm going to say, yo, pound that shit, dog, because I probably forgot. Or I've been avoiding it like a fucking pansy. I'm gonna be real, like, I'm still a bitch sometimes. So I want you to keep me accountable. That's your action step for this video. Go make a post about it saying, yo, Jaden, I'm on your ass. And then go watch the next video on trauma and journaling about your struggles.